Welcome back, students. Today we're going to work with another feature called the sweep feature. And I have three little exercises associated with that. They go fairly quickly. And then we'll cover like 10 pages of the flip book, and we'll call it a day at that point. So uh, I'm going to use this time to hand out some documents. So give me just a second. These are some older drawings I did, so they might have Thomas Nelson still written on them. I'm going to change that soon. This one pass it down. Okay, I'm back. Slow getting started today, but that's okay. So I gave you two drawings. And again, they have Thomas Nelson written on their older drawings. It's from 2021. But we're going to modify that today. We're going to make an Allen wrench and a handle for a door. So these are actual physical objects that you can use in the real world, right? They're not just a block or a cylinder. These are things you could truly use. And how do you make them? How do you make them drawing? Okay. So we're going to do that as well as an introduction to the sweep. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. So this is our screen. All right, so we're going to go to create and then document. And let's just call this exercise. I forgot the number now. Let's call it exercise 6 dash sweep 1 dash and then your name. So it's exercise 6 dash sweep 1 dash your name. Okay. Go ahead and say create or click on create. All right. So the first sketch is going to be fairly quick. All right. So we're going to let's go ahead and put things in inches. So go to these three little bars here. Go to workspace units. And we're going to select inch and then click on the green check mark. All right, we're going to go to sketch and click on the frontal plane. And you want to get your line of sight to be normal, which means perpendicular. When I use the word normal, that means perpendicular to your plane. Right now, it's not perpendicular. If you click on the front view of your view cube, now you are perpendicular, okay, to your screen, your sketch plane. All right. We're going to go up here to where it says spline and select spline. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to move your cursor over near the origin. It will turn orange or yellow, whatever color that is, gold. Click and just come out straight for a minute. Click And then what I want you to do is kind of gradually, go into a curve. I'm clicking as I'm doing this. Okay, I'm clicking, and you can really do whatever shape you want. And then I'm going to hit the escape button. So I drew this irregular curve. You can have any curve you want, right? And I'm going to now create another. I'm going to close out that sketch. This is my path. This is my path. And the reason I drew it this way, it makes it convenient because now I can just draw my sketch on this right plane. I'm going to go to sketch, sketch on this plane. And I'm even going to leave it in isometric view. I'm going to go to center point circle, click on that. And I'm going to click on the origin. And I'm going to drag this out just a little bit. I don't want it to be too big or too small. In my case, maybe I'll make it 0.875. You can do whatever dimension you wish. All right, so I'm going to hit the escape. Now, I have a cross section area and I have a path. And let's say I wanted to extrude. I want to extrude this shape along the path. Are you okay? All right, so we want to extrude this cross-sectional shape along this path. I'm going to click on the green check mark. I'll slow it down some, okay? Now, this is the sweep. We haven't done the sweep feature. We've done extrude, we've done revolve, we've done loft, we've done thicken, and we've worked with some of the shell. We've worked with some of the, well, we haven't worked with sweep. So click on sweep, and it says, first thing you want to do is select the region you want to sweep. I want to select that region right there. And then we're going to click on the sweep path right here, this reddish color block here, and then click on the path and select OK. What you should have is, something similar to this. It don't have to be exactly this. What is the application for something like this? Let's say you're doing some tubing, bends or hoses or cables or whatever, you might use this tool. You remember the old 10-speed bicycles that had the handle? Maybe y'all too young to remember the handlebars for a 10-speed bicycle. But if you have some irregular shape like that, you could draw it. Yeah, I have to show you the handlebars for an old 10-speed bike. Were you successful? You are. All right, so hang on to that file just for a moment and I'll come around. We're not going to make a drawing of this. By the way, I'll just show you real quickly. I could do you don't have to do this, but I could do a shell if I wanted to and click on the two ends that I want to shell and click on the check mark. Now it's a what? It's a hose or a tube or something. See that? Any questions? So it is hollow all the way through now. Okay. So we're going to start a new file. We're going to make we're going to do the Allen wrench next. Now the Allen wrench, we're going to make a 3D model and we're going to make a drawing. So I'm just going to hit this this arrow here to go back to that. Okay. Notice it saves everything you do. So you should have all your stuff in there you've done so far. Mr. Morse has a lot of stuff. I have way too much stuff. All right. Now we're going to make the Allen wrench. So we're going to go to Create, select Document, and we're going to type in exercise 7 dash Allen wrench. Maybe we might better put an underscore there sometimes. Dash ed. So exercise 7 dash Allen underscore wrench dash ed. You can name it with your name. Create. All right. So come up here to the 3 bars right here. We got to make sure our units are in English units for this particular 3D model that we're making. Select the green check mark. And we're going to sketch on the frontal plane and go to the view cube so that the sketch plane is normal to our line of sight. All right. Now, we're going to go up here to the line command, click on line. And we're going to come here to the origin. We're going to click, and we're going to drag this over some to the left. Click. Now we can actually put a dimension in there, which is going to be 3. Enter. And now we're going to go down. You might have to scroll out or zoom out with your mouse. Just rotate the scroll wheel. Make sure you bring that line down so that it's perpendicular. I'm going to click, and I'm going to put a dimension of 5 in there. Enter. Okay. And hit escape. Now, again, you're going to want to rotate your scroll wheel so you can zoom. You can hold the scroll wheel down to pan, to move your mouse, to pan your view. We need to put a what? We need to put a fillet in here, and we can do that right here with this tool. And that fillet has a radius of 0.75. So I'm going to click here, fillet, and we're going to click here, and we're going to click here, and see where it says a radius 0.25. We're going to enter here, and we're going to put 0.75. Green check mark. Okay. Now, let's review our dimensions. We have 3 inches here. We have a radius of 0.75, and then we have a height dimension of 5 inches. All right. I'm going to finish this sketch. I'm going to come up here to the view cube and get into the isometric view. All right, very good. Now, we have to sketch a hexagon over here, and we have to be careful, make sure we do it correctly. Go to sketch, click on the right plane. Now, if you come over here to inscribe polygon and click on the, I know it's got, I'll tell you what, let's do this one. And we're going to click right here. Now, as you want to make sure it's 6. You're going to drag it out till you see like 6. Don't worry about the size yet. I see 6 sides, which is a hexagon. Click. Okay, now it's confirming it that it's 6. Yes. So enter. Now we have to change the dimension. And now it's asking for the dimension, and it should be 0.38. Enter. I'm going to zoom in there. You can see what I have. The dimension from flat to flat is 0.3, and I have 6 sides. I'm happy with that. I'm going to come up here and click on the green check mark. All right. So we have our cross-sectional shape here, and we have our path. I'm sorry? I still can't hear. Are you good?
Yeah,
We can wait. Raise your hand when you're done, so I know you.
she's good.
She good? I was messing around with my hearing aids over the weekend, thinking I need to start wearing these things because it's getting bad. And now that I'm swimming again, I started my swimming back up. I get water in my ears. And all right, are you okay, Zay? Okay. See, I heard that. I heard I'm good. Go to sweep. We're going to zoom in. I'm going to click on this region. So click on the region, and then see that red box here? Click on that, and now we have to select the path. Now, you may have to do it 3 times. All right. Check mark. How many of y'all have used an Allen wrench before? Right? Have you used with hand tools? I'm sure you've used Allen wrench if you've used, different hand, especially if you buy a piece of furniture from IKEA or Walmart or Target, and you have to put it together. A lot of times they give us the Allen wrench to go with the tools, right? The fasteners. Let's cut off the planes. We just highlight over here in the browser, click on the eyeball. That turns off the plane. Now, if you wish, we're going to do a right click on the Allen wrench and edit the part appearance and pick whichever color you choose. I'll pick red this time. Green check mark. All right, congratulations. You've designed an Allen wrench. Now we're going to lay this drawing out. So you have a 3D model and you'll have a drawing, okay? All right. So remember, to create a drawing, you have to go down the lower left-hand corner where you have a plus sign. And we're going to create a drawing. And click on the template. And then select OK. Here is our Allen wrench. I'm going to click. And I guess I'm gonna change it to 1:1. Come over here and change the scale from 1:1. You might have to, there it is. All right, there's our Allen wrench. Now we're going to go up. See, we're projecting. See, that's the projection. We're going to go up and we're going to click right there. Now, hit the escape button. We have 2 views. What we can do now is we can, if we want our isometric, click on projected view, click here and kind of go up at an angle. You'll see it. As soon as you see it, just click. All right, hit the escape button. Now we can, if you're off the border, that's fine. You can always hold down the left mouse button and move it over. Now I'm going to rearrange these views just a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do a right click here in this view, and we're going to go to show hide, and we're going to show the shaded view. You doing okay? All right. Now you know we need to put our labels in there. So go, well, I guess we probably should dimension it first. Sorry. Mr. Morris is getting carried away. So go to the dimensioning tool right here. See this one? And we're going to dimension from this point to this point. You're going to bring out the dimension. I don't know if it needs to be 3 decimal places, but that's okay. Yeah. I haven't shown you this, and maybe this is a good time to do it. If you double click on that dimension right there, you can change the number of decimal places right here. Let's change to 2, and then click outside your box. Wow, I'll do it again. Watch. See, my dimension has 3 decimal places. Double click on that, and you can reduce the number of decimal places by arrow down here and hit select this one, 2 decimal places, and just click anywhere on your screen and hit escape if you want to. All right, that's that dimension. Now let's put in the this horizontal dimension of 3. So I'm going to place that dimension differently than when I placed it before on the drawing I did before back in 2021. It's hard to believe that was 5 years ago. I'm going to come in here, click. Now, the reason that's 3.190 is because I did not go to the center line. So I'm gonna hit escape and hit undo. Sorry about that. What I really wanted to do, I'm gonna do it here because I have the center line. All right, I could put the center line up here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it here. That's probably why I did it that way. So click here and click here. And that's better. And you can put the dimension between the 2 views. That's ideal. Click, hit escape. Double click on the dimension, and we're going to change it to 2 decimal places. And then click anywhere on the screen. All right, beautiful. All right, now we have to, I'm going to pull this view down just a tad bit right here to create some room. I want to put a dimension here across the flats. Actually, that's going to be across the points right there. I want to put a dimension up here, but you want to do it across the flats. So we're going to have to do that right here. So we're going to have to put that dimension right here. That's across the flats. That's what that means, okay? Hit escape. When they say a dimension across the flats, it could be from here to here, here to here. They're all the same. So that's the dimension across the flats. All right, we need to put a radius in here. So you have to go to the dimensioning tool, come down here to radial dimension, click on that, and then click on this dimension right here. And one thing I don't like about, I might put this on the outside, but you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. Here's what I would do. Try to go right across that intersection with that leader. Boom. Hit escape. I mean, you can try to put it on the inside. I was trying to do that, but it wasn't agreeing with me here. So you gotta, it's too shaky. So I'm gonna move it out here. I have more control. Y'all doing okay? All right. We just have a few more things to finish this one up. Then we got one more to do, and then I'm gonna do 10 pages from the flip book, and then the class will be yours. Okay, so like in industry, you won't see this very often, but I like to do it in the class. Click on the font A or text. Click below always put the note or the label below the view. Click, and we're going to type out in capital letters top view. Okay. And I'm going to highlight, if you hold, it's just like in Word, if you highlight it, let's see. I'm going to have to double click on mine and go back in because I'm going to make it bold and then underline and click the green check mark. Now that doesn't look good, right? So if you click on it, you get these little what? Grips. See a little grip. You can hold down your left mouse button on that rectangle there or square and just drag it a little bit to the right. And there you go. That's top view. Now you can do a right click, copy this, and come down here and do a right click. Where's paste hiding that? Paste. And I'll have to drag this down. Okay. This is going to be our front view. So I'm going to double click on that. Front view. I made it bold and underlined, right? Click on the green check mark. You're going to have to drag this a little bit by holding down the left mouse button and pull the little grip over to the right. That's the front view. I'll do a paste again here. Double click. And you can just edit top ISO view. Now, I can't overemphasize the importance. I can't overemphasize enough the importance of making sure all your letters on your drawing are capital letters, uppercase letters. Even in your title block, I haven't been too critical about this, but you really want all your letters to be uppercase. Now I'm going to come down here, click on checked, just double click, type in your name, all capital letters, spell it right. Don't do like Mr. Morris did and misspell his name. Click on the green check mark, click over here. The date is 05/18/2026. All right, so your name goes here and the date, and then for approve, that's where my name goes. Because I'm the one, I'm gonna hit get rid of those little dash marks, just hit the backspace, and you can just type in Morris, green check mark, and then click here again to put the date. You can delete those dashes. Green check. If you discover something neat with this software you want to share with me or the class, please, at any time, please speak up because I'll tell you that Mr. Morris does not use this software. I am a certified user of it, but I don't use this software as much as I do Inventor. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to create some parts in Inventor and we're going to bring them over. I'm going to show you how the two software packages talk to each other. So I am going to give you some more advanced application with it. And we are going to work our way pretty soon to building an assembly. But I'm not going to make you do all the detailed drawings. I'm just going to have you build the assembly itself. Okay. All right. We still got to add a title here. This is a Allen wrench. Please spell it right. Mr. Morse, he's doing too many letters here. Allen wrench. Actually, that should be what? That really shouldn't be Allen wrench. Get the habit. BPCC. Okay. Allen wrench. Green check mark. And even right here, you can click on this just to remind you that you created this using the sweep. The good news is when this class is over with, but you blink your eye and it's going to be over. You'll remember what feature you used to create this, which is a sweep. So maybe we ought to get in the habit of doing this as well. All right. So that's 2 assignments. We have one more to do. And that would be it. I would go over the PowerPoint. Any questions about this one? Now, in industry, as an engineer or designer, they issue you a drawing number at your company, and that's the number you would put in here. We're not going to worry about that, but you know, uh, it might be some prefix, might be some letters, it might be something like this. You don't have to do that. I'm just showing you, that could be like your first drawing or something. See, a lot of times this is the college, right? They might have a prefix for the building. You see what I'm saying? And then they might have a number. That's the first drawing for that file. Does that make sense? Your drawing number has uh, is a special number. It means something. So I'm looking at this. I can already tell that this drawing number here, is associated with Virginia Peninsula Community College. And then whatever follows that, it gives me more detail. It might be VPCC, and then it might be an abbreviation for a building like Hastings Hall could be uh, HAS or something, right? Dash 000 dash 001. You see what I'm saying? It could be a long drawing number, but it's the college, it's the building, and then a drawing number. And that's cataloged or filed away. Somebody has to catalog these drawings. Does that make sense? So you know where to go find them. All right. Very good. You're doing great. All right. So we're going to make I'm going to hit this arrow right here. This one, not the undo, but this one. And I'm going to hit it again. Or no, just click on OnShape right here. You can do that too. All right. See how it stores our things here. You can scroll through this to see all the things that we've worked on, and you're doing really well. You're doing very well. Okay, so go to create and then arrow down, select document. And we're going to call is this exercise 8 now? Exercise 8 dash handle dash your name. Okay. Create. All right. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do a sketch. I'm going to click on the front plane and click on front. Now, if you look at this handle that I gave you, I gave everyone one of these, right? You have the handle. I'm gonna do it in two parts. I'm gonna do a sweep and an extrusion. Okay, a sweep and an extrusion. But what did I forget to do? And you got to hit X. I'm sorry, I forgot to put it in the English unit. So hit the X button, come up here. I do it every time. I'm so used to Inventor doing it automatically. Click on the check mark. All right. Now what I got to do is redefine my sketch plane again. All right. Sorry about that. I'm going to zoom out some. All right. Now, which means I'm going to go to the line function here, go to line. Now look, I'm going to snap to the what? The origin. I'm going to come out. Look, I'm going to come out to the left, click, and this is where we can edit the now put a 1.5 dimension there. Enter. And then come straight down like this. Make sure you stay at 90 degrees. Come straight down, click, and put a dimension of 5. Enter. Now we're going to come over this way, click, and we're going to put another dimension of 1.5, enter, and then hit escape. Now we have a radius here. We have a radius here and one down here we have to add to it. So come here where it says fillet, and we're going to click, look, we're going to click here and here, and we're going to double click on this dimension and we're going to make it 0.38. Enter. All right, very good. Come down here. Remember, we're still in that mode. Click here, and it's going to be the same because we just changed it to the default. So we like that. So let's just click on the green check mark. All right, very good. Y'all doing beautiful. All right, I'm going to come up here to the view cube. Now, we're going to sketch on this plane. Go to sketch, click on this plane, and I'm going to leave it in isometric view. If you notice, though, our diameter for our cross section is 0.31. So we're going to go, don't worry about the threaded part. That's going to be our extrusion. Go to circle center point right here, and we're going to click right there, and I'm going to draw out a circle. Click, put 0.31, enter. All right, there you go. Hit escape. We have our path and we have our cross section. So we're going to click on the green check mark here, and we're going to go to sweep. Click inside the region, our cross-sectional area, and then click on this red box here because it wants you to define your sweep path. Click on that, and we're going to click on this. You got to go around, walk around, and then click on the green check mark. And we've got part of our handle done. This could be a handle you could use like a door for a cabinet or even a drawer. Have any of y'all ever seen a handle like this? Maybe not. I'm sure you've used one, just didn't recognize it on a cabinet. It's a cabinet handle or drawer handle. Okay, now what we got to do is we have to do an extrusion on the ends of these, on the ends here. So I'm going to go to sketch, watch sketch. I'm going to zoom in, look. We'll click right here. See that? I got a sketch plane right there on the end. Now I'm going to go to circle, go to center point, circle. Now watch, I'm going to click right in the center point. I'm going to drag this out some and I'm going to click. And this dimension needs to be, I'm going to tell you it needs to be 0.25 because we're making a quarter 20 UNC-2A thread. So type 0.25, enter, click on the green check mark, go to extrude, and click on that circle. Now I only want this to be 1 inch, which it is, and I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna select the green check mark. All right. All right, sketch. Click here on this surface. All right, we're gonna go to circle again. And if you hover, it will snap to the center. See how it snaps to the center there? You see like a little rectangle or a square? Click, drag out your circle, click, make it 0.25, enter, and we're going to close, we're going to accept that. So select the green check mark. We're going to extrude that, click inside the region, and we like 1, and that's good. All right, y'all are doing great. Y'all got that? All right, y'all are awesome. Now we're going to put some threads on here. Now, the thread here is the thread feature. Okay, so click on this. And this is probably what was up there the other day, but you have to select your size. So that's a quarter, right? 20 threads. So quarter is the diameter, 20 threads per inch, TPI. And length is 1 inch. So just select a little bit different than in Inventor. You click on the side, but with OnShape, you just click this edge here. Okay, come down here and do the same thing. Click that edge, and then select the green check mark. Did you get it? I can go back and let me go back and do it again, just in case you missed it. Go to the thread tool. Make sure it's ANSI, American National Standards Institute. Make sure the side, you have to arrow down, make sure it's 1/4 of an inch. That's the diameter. And this is the pitch, which is the threads per inch, 20 threads per inch. Okay. I think blind is fine. The length is 1 inch. So this is 1 inch from here to here. So we just select that very edge. You select the edge. See, that's different compared to Inventor, right? Remember we do Inventor, we click on the side. Select the green check mark. We have one more thing to do here to finish our model. We need to put a chamfer on this. The purpose of the chamfer is so that the nut will easily screw onto the threaded portion here. So we have to have a chamfer. I don't know. Have I shown y'all how to use the chamfer tool yet?
Yeah.
I have. Okay. I'm going to click on chamfer. And our chamfer is going to be 0.03. It's very small. And you're going to do it for both of them. 0.03. So I'm going to click right here on this edge. And I'm going to click right here on this edge. And I'm going to say, okie dokie. There you go. See that beautiful chamfer there? The purpose of the chamfer is to remove the burrs and also to allow the nut to center itself on the thread and it will allow it to start easier. Okay. All right, now let's go over here like we normally do, and let's just turn off the planes. And I'm going to right click on this. Actually, watch this. It's made into different segments, right? Watch very carefully. Hold down the left mouse button. I'm over here, right? And make a window around your geometry. Okay. Right click, edit the appearance of the part. And if you don't do that, it's only going to do the one segment, I think. Um, Run out of colors to choose here. There's our handle. All right. So we have our model. It looks good, right? And what you learn here is you can sweep your cross-sectional area around the path. So, all right. Now we're going to go make a drawing of this, okay? Come down here in the lower left-hand corner and click on the plus sign and create a drawing. And we want to click on this template and select OK. I'm going to make this 1-to-1. All right, now if you want to put your center line in here, see, this is a thread. This is a simplified version of this. Tells you right here, this symbol, that's really symbolic. It tells you it's a thread, right? That dashed line, that solid line. This is your major diameter. This is your root diameter. Okay. Now, let's also go ahead and put our isometric view in here. Go to projection, click on this view. Let me try that again. All right, escape. Mr. Morris, I don't want it way up there. No, we don't. We don't want it up there. So you can always hold down your left mouse button and move it back to where you want to place it, like right there. That's not what I want to do. I just want to move it. All right, my friends, now we're going to right click here and we're going to go up here to show hide and show shaded view. I don't like how it shows the threads over here, but anyway. We have to put our center line in here. Okay, we have to put our center line in here. And what we're going to do here, you see, remember this tool right here, this one? Find edge to edge center line. Click on this. Watch. Watch carefully. Look. Click on the outer lines. Click on the outer lines. Outer. If it doesn't let you do it, click on both lines. It might do it with one, but if it doesn't let you do it, click on, both of the entities right there. You also need to do it over here. There's our center lines. I hope you got them in. Now we need to add some dimensions. I'm hit the escape button here, and we can use what I created as a little bit of a cheat sheet here to lay out our dimensions. Is everybody with me? Okay. I don't want to leave you. I'm going to put a dimension here. Hit escape. You can double click on that dimension and make it 2 decimal places. And then just click anywhere on your screen. It goes away. Hit escape. All right, we got that dimension in there. We're going to put this, we have a radial dimension here, radial. Uh, we're going to put that one in here. Click, escape. You can double click on this if you want to make it 2 decimal places. Click anywhere on the screen, hit escape. We have this dimension here, which is a linear dimension. So we have to go back to linear, click here and here. And that gives you the diameter. Click, see the diameter symbol? That's the diameter symbol right there. So that means that diameter is 0.31. Hit your escape. You can double click on that, change the number of decimal places, click anywhere on the screen, escape. All right, now I'm gonna come down here and I'm going to add a linear dimension from here to here. Click, escape, and then I'm gonna add another dimension from here to here. And I did not want to do that. So watch, try this again. See that purple line? See, as soon as you see that purple line, you know your dimensions are lined up. Click, escape. Now those are 3 decimal places, so double click. Let's change them to 2 decimal places. Click anywhere off the screen, off of the window, double click, arrow down, select 2 decimal places, click anywhere on the screen, escape. All right. Um, let's see. I know if it's hard to find, but if you come over here, click here where you got a diameter symbol and a depth symbol, click here. And I don't like how that is, but it's just the way it is. This is your thread call out. So I don't like the way that icon looks. I'm sorry. If you click on that and you select, it gives you what? Gives you the diameter, number of threads per inch. Now you can click on this, and I thought you could edit that here. I guess you can't. Okay. Now, one thing I haven't done with this is I have not done a chamfer here. Um, Sorry, I got new glasses this week, and I still can't see with the things. Surface. Here's the chamfer dimension right here. Here's the go under dimension chamfer. We're going to click on. Usually it wants you to pick 2 lines. It can't establish what the chamfer is unless you pick 2 lines. So watch. You come over here to the dimension tool, come to chamfer dimension. You got to click on 2 lines. Okay, and then you don't want to leave it like that. That looks terrible. Don't do that. You want to pull it off this way and come off at a slight angle, click, and then hit escape. I'm not sure why the arrow did not appear, but it's weird over here. The arrow stay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. You just gotta get lucky. What does this mean? I'll tell you what that 0.0 times 45 degree. So this distance right here, from right here coming over this way, it's like a triangle, right? If up here, let's do it up here. From here to here, that distance is 0.030. It's also 0.030 this way. These are the legs of a triangle, right? At a 45-degree angle. So that's your chamfer. All right, we need to put our labels on here. Go to the note here, come down below the view, click, spell out front view. I'm going to hold down my left mouse button. I'm going to not underline it, highlight it, make it bold, underline it, and select the green check mark. Hit escape. Hold down the left mouse button, drag this over just a bit, hit escape. All right, that is the front view. I'm going to do a right click, copy, right click, paste right here. Drag it down. Same thing over here. Right click, paste. Now I want to edit those. This is the right side view. I abbreviate that RS. RS. Go on the green check mark. Click on this. And this should be what? ISO view, right? ISO view. Green check mark. Now, when I look at this, I see that label should be more centered. So I'm going to kind of like drag it over some. That looks more centered. Same here. Just kind of make it look like it's more centered. And same here. Come down here, checked by who? Your last name. Double click. And today is 05/18/2020. Approved by who? Me. Make sure you put Mr. Moore. Delete those little lines. The date. 05/18/2026. Okay, green check mark. All right. Now remember we said we're gonna first line. It's gonna be Virginia Peninsula Community College. Get rid of the 3 dash marks. The second line we said this is going to be the title handle. Get rid of get rid of those lines. And I put in the wrong place, so I got to do that again. Haste makes waste, Mr. Morris. Check mark. Okay, now down here. How do we do it? We did it with the sweep. Sweep. Very good. Did y'all get that done?
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at this. The beauty here is I can see I could probably move this view over some more. But notice when you move views around, the view labels don't go with it. So you gotta be careful. You gotta move them separately. All right. So I'm gonna get it set up in gradebook. Where I'm gonna come around, I'm gonna give you a 5 minute break. I'm gonna come around and put these grades in, and then we're gonna do 10 slides of the PowerPoint. And then or I could just let you go ahead and do some stuff on your own and do 20 slides of the PowerPoint tomorrow. You want to do that instead? Or you want to do 10 slides a day? Okay, do 10 a day. Okay. All right. So give me just a minute. I need to cut my screen off because I got to pull up the grade book. Got to enter the attendance. Pardon?
Yes, I think we turned the light off.
You want the light off? So we have just so you know, sometimes we turn the light off because it's more relaxing and people can work and not feel stressed. That was Andrew's idea, but Andrew's not even with us. So yeah. I think he would like this class though. But anyway, I'll tell you what, I'm going to freeze this. And I can pull up your grade books. Your grades. Okay. I've got to first stop my share and also stop the recording. All right, I'm going to stop the recording here. So have a good day. Recording's being stopped.